एक गुर्जर समाज का बेटा राजनीति में जगह बनाने के लिए संघर्ष करता है, पार्टी के लिए ही जान लगाता है और सत्ता मिलने के बाद शाही परिवार की उस शय पर उसे दूध में से मक्खी की तरह निकाल करके फेंक दिया जाता है।
मुझे लगता है कि मेरे वर्तमान और मेरे भविष्य की चिंता किसी को करनी नहीं चाहिए। वो चिंता हमारी पार्टी और हमारी जनता करेगी।
देखिए, राजस्थान में अंडर करंट चल रहा है, पूरे प्रदेश के अंदर लहर चल रही है कांग्रेस की।
Rahul Gandhi is one of the biggest buffoons of this country.
Hello and welcome to the Newshour, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and after a pot boiler 2023 state polls, it's time to dive deep into data to understand why exactly this election is being touted as the semi-final before the 2024 finals. What really is the X factor which will swing the votes, and can it change the results? Did Congress caste card find resonances? Whom will the women and farmers repose their faith in? Because that is the class the Prime Minister referred to even yesterday, not the caste, the traditional castes that the Congress has been talking about. Will the Muslim vote be the make or break factor for Congress and the BJP? Did big guns fire, or did rebels dent their chances? So many questions, but only concrete, hard numbers will give you the answers. And here on the Newshour, we will cut through the political rhetoric and vehement posturing by the parties and rely only on extensive surveys done on the ground. Times Now ETG gets you the most accurate, comprehensive and concise projections based on extensively mined data. Let's tell you what the X factors in this election that we need to watch out for, that could really turn every single exit poll and projection on the head. And first, let's look at the caste census card, the OBC card. Did it really work for the Congress? But before we go to the numbers there, let me introduce our panel. Joining me this evening, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Jay Mruk, resident cephalogist. Also joining me tonight, Tushar Gupta, senior editor of Swarajya, Lokesh Jindal, political analyst, supports the Congress party, Anurag Bhadoria, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Mahesh Bigala, leader of the BRS, Ashutosh, political analyst. And my first question will go to Smita Prakash, senior editor of ANI, and gets ground reports real time. So, Smita, your best position really to give us the details of what you're hearing on the ground. But let's give you the numbers first. The OBC factor, did it really work for the Congress party? And let's look at the numbers. Rajasthan, 47%. Of the OBC votes going to the BJP, 38% to the Congress, 15% to others. Let's take a look at Madhya Pradesh. And Madhya Pradesh, 54% going to the BJP, Congress 41%, others 5%. Chhattisgarh, once again, look at the numbers, 52% for the BJP, 41% for the Congress party, 7% for the others. So is the OBC card really working for the Congress party through the caste census poll issue that they've made a big deal in these elections? To my mind, Smita Prakash, 54% BJP gets in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh 52%, and ahead of the Congress in Rajasthan as well as far as OBC vote is concerned. Would you call the election on the issue that the caste census, the caste card, not really working for the Congress party?
These states which have gone into polls, they did not see the brunt of the mandalization of politics, which you see in, say, Uttar Pradesh and in Bihar. So there is a legacy of mandal politics in these two states, which is Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, which some of the trickle-down effect might have been seen in, say, Rajasthan and in Madhya Pradesh, but it didn't really percolate down to the other states. So the OBC vote bank, say in Telangana, or the OBC vote bank in Chhattisgarh, there is a lot of subcastes involved in this. So there is it's a complex grouping. So OBC cannot be seen as one conglomerate as you see in, say, in Uttar Pradesh. So I think to club them all and say that the OBCs voted in a particular manner, it would have been very short-sighted for any political party. So I think that whole talk of caste census, which the Congress was talking about, I don't think that would have succeeded. That did not resonate with voters. You saw that during the speeches also. People were confused. So, when our reporters would go and say, caste census, what do you think about it? They were confused. The messaging did not really reach. It was there in the media discussions. It was there in TV debates to some extent, but not really in the crowds who were coming to listen to it. So you saw in the early first rounds of campaigning, the Congress leaders were talking about caste census, were talking about caste issues. But when they got the feedback, they realized that this is not clicking. So those who had made caste census and caste-based voting or appealing to the public, they made that their USP. That might have come crashing down. The results, of course, will show that.
Well, let me get in Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. And Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, everybody knows the prowess of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in reading the mood and the BJP's backroom calculations with the Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda, on what really works. When the Prime Minister made the statement that he looks at only 4 castes, women, youth, farmers, and one more caste that he talked about.
Youth, farmers, and poor.
And the poor. When he spoke about this, has he seen through the game and has he read the mind of the voters? And is this his bid to prove the Congress party and the India alliance wrong when he talks about these 4 castes, completely debunking the caste census theory?
Navika, the exit polls clearly show the trend in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we very proudly would like to say that yes, the real X factor in all elections all across India is Shri Narendra Modi ji, who is the most trustworthy brand today in Indian politics. He is one of the tallest leaders in the world, and we must also add to that, if Narendra Modi ji is the leader who has a vision for the country, it is also our cadre, an organization led by Shri JP Nadda ji and the strategist Amit Shah ji, who knows how to take forward the BJP ideology. Now, having said that, I would like to say, when you talk about the OBC, yes, OBC for them is about divisive politics. That is why they've been talking about caste census or caste surveys. But for Shri Narendra Modi ji, as he yesterday said, there are 4 castes that need to be empowered. It is about inclusiveness. It is not about divisive politics. The 4 castes you have already spelled out. And I think those are the X factors in all the 5 assembly elections. We must not forget, when we talk about the OBC, and you were talking about Madhya Pradesh, we have an OBC face. Shri Narendra Modi ji himself, being a member of the OBC community, is the Prime Minister leading from the front. On the other side, these opposition parties are only making hollow promises to the OBC, SC, ST, women, poor, youth, and they don't fulfill those. And that is where the credibility, the guarantee of Modi ji comes into play. Just using the term guarantee is not enough. You have to fulfill the guarantee or the promises that you make on ground. And I think Narendra Modi ji today is symbolic to trust, is symbolic to delivery, and that is why we are seeing these exit polls.
Well, Lokesh Jindal, the headlines from the exit polls are very clear. While the exit polls are giving the Congress party a razor-thin edge in Chhattisgarh, 3 polls at least show that you will cross the 40 seat, the BJP will cross the 40 seat mark, and if that happens, many people are still not putting out their neck to say that the Congress has won Chhattisgarh. Telangana, definitely the edge has been given by every single poll to the Congress party, but Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, the caste card really isn't working. So do you think the Congress has to go back to the drawing board if it loses both these states? If Gujars are still voting, not voting for the Congress party despite having Sachin Pilot as the major leader and the face, the fact that he's not been treated well, the Gujars have deserted. The Mali caste to which Ashok Gehlot belongs definitely has the edge. But if you're going to lose out on Rajasthan on the caste card, is this back to the drawing board for the Congress party?
Navika, we need to get this caste card clear. We see that OBC group, as Smita madam said, it's not a homogeneous group, quite true. And we see that it's divided with respect to percentage and size and the benefits unequally. Caste census as an issue is based upon the idea of social justice. Congress is committed to it, and it could lead to some form of an uneasiness amongst those who have been gaining the benefits unequally compared to others. So there might be certain sections within a particular community who might not accept caste census, but there is no denial of the fact that it's a necessity and it is going to benefit Congress. I'll tell you how. It is going to benefit Congress because those who have been left or who have been marginalized due to their unavailability to the benefits, now these would emerge as core vote bank of the Congress, and Congress needs to just work upon certain other factors to increase that threshold. So over here,
So you're admitting that the Congress is not going to win these two states,
no,
and,
no, absolutely.
And there is some problem. You just gave you just gave it away. You just gave it. Tushar is smiling. Tushar,
just clear it.
No. You gave it, Tushar. You know, he's almost conceded.
Look, the Congress is trying to make a very brave bet by saying that they can get the entire OBC vote shift towards the Congress from the BJP. We need to understand that it's a heterogeneous group which we have clubbed under OBC. It's not a homogeneous group. They do not vote together. Upon that, when Rahul Gandhi says, Jitni abadi utna hak, he talks about the caste census. What are these heterogeneous groups thinking? How are they perceiving that narrative? No one really knows. The Congress is believing that they'll back the Congress narrative. But that's clearly not happening in any of the three states. Because if you're trying to make a pitch like that, if you're trying to come across as the messiah of the backward caste, if you're trying to tell them that we are going to empower you, you should be having at least 60% votes of the OBCs. You're not even crossing 40. And on the other hand, there is the BJP, which have kept the caste factor aside. They are empowering everyone on the ground for the last 9.5 years. People have tangible schemes compared to the promises the Congress is offering, the promises which are without any clarity, which are without any execution, which are without any long-term planning. And that is what the numbers also show.
As per the election manifesto of the BJP in Chhattisgarh, they promised jobs, 1 crore jobs and all, but then they haven't even fulfilled that promise of 2014. So BJP doesn't have a good track record with respect to fulfilling the promises.
There are many such promises that people say the Congress hasn't fulfilled. I'm coming to you, Jemruk, but let's take the next X factor. Who do the Kisans trust, the farmer class that the Prime Minister spoke about? Madhya Pradesh, BJP is getting 37% of the vote, Congress is getting 47%. Others 16%. Chhattisgarh, again the BJP is trailing the Congress 32% versus 64%. Let's look at Rajasthan, 42% to the BJP, Congress 43%. So neck and neck as far as the farmer card is concerned. What would you say on that, Jemru?
Navika, one very important thing is that the farming community has been known to, be inclined often to the loan waivers and they're announced periodically by all the parties. Right now, the Congress has sort of branded its Nyaya scheme of Chhattisgarh Kisan, where it is having one state to showcase that, look, here the Nyaya scheme has worked for Kisan, and they are receiving so much extra bonus for the paddy that they are collecting. Even for the Tendu Patta farmers, we have given so much of an extra bonus. That's sort of a narrative the Congress has built, and it's clicking because they have a showcase. But I would again like to refer to the OBC point also a little bit. one reason why in that section it's almost like an equal distribution between the Congress and the BJP is because both of them have promoted. I mean, Congress all said and done, Arun Yadav was the leader of opposition. Jamna Devi, a tribal, she was the leader of opposition when Uma Bharti came to power in 2003. So there is a sort of balance of pursuits on both the sides.
Well, as far as farmers are concerned, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh farm loan waivers have really got popularity for the Congress party. In 2019, loan waiver to almost 20 lakh farmers in Chhattisgarh for 10,000 crores has worked for the Congress party. Also, the fact that 3.5 landless farm laborers in Chhattisgarh who are given 10,000 a year seems to have worked. The BJP has promised MSP hike for farmers in Madhya Pradesh, and yet most farmers have voted for the Congress as per the ETG poll. Could be an area that will need to be looked at, because Kamal Nath had issued that there will be farm loan waivers, and he could not fulfill that in the 1.5 years that he was the chief minister. So somewhere or the other, the farmers really looking at the Congress party, and the Congress party hot favorites as far as the farmer class is concerned. But the bigger one, the bigger message and the bigger tipping point is the X factor of the Muslim vote. Let's take a look at how this is working. In Madhya Pradesh, BJP is 11%, Congress 82%. Chhattisgarh, BJP 13%, Congress 80%. Rajasthan, BJP 11%, Congress 81%. And this is where parties like Akhilesh Yadav's Samajwadi Party will have a bit of a problem in doing any business with the Congress party, because if the Congress and the Samajwadi Party are in the fray, the minority votes go to the Congress party. और अनुराग भदौरिया, ये मुस्लिम वोट के फेर में क्या वाकई ऑन द ग्राउंड आप अलायंस कभी भी कर पाएंगे कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ? क्योंकि मध्य प्रदेश में कांग्रेस ने आपको 6 सीटें नहीं दी, आप 72 पे लड़े, और कहीं ना कहीं लोगों का कहना है कि एक अखिलेश फैक्टर भी एक एक्स फैक्टर है, और ऊपर से ये मुस्लिम फैक्टर एक्स फैक्टर है। अखिलेश एक्स फैक्टर इसलिए है कि 23 सीटों पर अखिलेश जीते या ना जीते, कांग्रेस के वोट को डेंट कर दिया है, और शायद कई सर्वे इसीलिए कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी मध्य प्रदेश जीतेगी।
देखिए, पहली बात तो ये बात तो साफ हो गई है, पूरे हिंदुस्तान में जिन राज्यों में चुनाव हुआ, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जनता ने नकार दिया है।
कैसे?
इसमें चाहे
नहीं, ये कैसे हो गया? राजस्थान और मध्य प्रदेश अगर बीजेपी जीतेगी तो कैसे नकार दिया है?
वो ऐसा लग रहा है आपको कि जीतेगी, वो ऐसा लग रहा है। मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं ना राजस्थान जीतने जा रही है ना मध्य प्रदेश जीतने जा रही है। ठीक है, आप एग्जिट पोल आए, कोई एग्जिट पोल तो है नहीं, क्योंकि हम लोग तो फील्ड पे रहे, हम लोग को पता है कि किस तरह की वोटिंग हुई है वहां पे। मैं आपको सच कह रहा हूं, कल आपको इस बात का जब रिजल्ट आएगा परसों तो पता चलेगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नाम से ही जनता को नफरत हो गई है। उन्होंने तो वोट देने की बात करो तो दूर भाग जाते थे। तो आप जिस तरह से नकारा है, और आज देखिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपना राज्य बचाने के लिए या वोट परसेंट बचाने के लिए स्ट्रगल करती नजर आएगी। और जो बीजेपी अपने आप को कहती थी कि मैं सबसे बड़ी पार्टी हूं और हम तो हर जगह जीत सकते हैं, तो आप उन्हें इस बात का एहसास होगा कि अब जनता ने उनको हराने का मन पूरी तरह से बना लिया है। और राज्यों के चुनाव जब रिजल्ट आएंगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा। क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी कभी मुद्दों पे चर्चा नहीं करती। जैसे आपने भी बात की, बैकवर्ड की बात की, फिर अभी हम तो समाज के हर वर्ग की बात करते हैं। जैसे हमने कहा पीडीए, पिछड़ा, दलित, अल्पसंख्यक, आदिवासी, आधी आबादी, अगड़ा, सभी आ जाते हैं उसमें। तो आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी संपूर्ण समाज के विकास की बात क्यों नहीं करती है? हमेशा हर चीज में राजनीति खोजने की बात करती है। इसीलिए जनता ने नकारा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी सुविधा के अनुसार राजनीति करती है। जब उसको जो फायदा नजर आता है, जिस मुद्दे से फायदा नजर आता है। राजस्थान में जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी भी चुनाव लड़ रही थी, जब हम लोग भी गए तो हमने देखा वहां पे कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी
आपको भी तो मध्य प्रदेश में फायदा नजर आ रहा था, इसलिए कांग्रेस के खिलाफ लड़ रहे थे। आपको भी तो कोई फायदा नजर आ रहा था। गौरव भाटिया जवाब दे रहे हैं। गौरव भाटिया जी, गौरव भाटिया जी जवाब दे रहे हैं।
नहीं एक सेकंड आपने कहा एक सेकंड मैं इसका बोल दूं। आपने कहा आपको फायदा नजर आ रहा था। देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी एक पार्टी है, कांग्रेस एक पार्टी है, हमारा दल है, वहां पे हमारे कार्यकर्ता है, हम लड़ते हैं। तो आप ऐसा क्यों कहते हो मैं किसी के खिलाफ लड़ रहा हूं? मैं उत्तर प्रदेश में लड़ूंगा तो किसी के खिलाफ लड़ूंगा, या हम जब भी लड़ते हैं समाज को आगे ले जाने की बात करने के लिए लड़ते हैं। पहले भी तो समाजवादी वहां लड़ती थी, तब तो आप नहीं कहते थे कि मैं कांग्रेस के खिलाफ लड़ रहा हूं। हम तो अपनी जो हमारी पार्टी है, हमारा संगठन है, हमारे कार्यकर्ता हैं, हमारे वोटर हैं, वो हम अपने वोट के लिए चुनाव, हम अपने कार्यकर्ताओं के लिए, समाज को आगे ले जाने के लिए चुनाव लड़ते हैं। हम किसी के खिलाफ के और किसी को नहीं लड़ते। जैसे
गौरव भाटिया जी जवाब देंगे। गौरव भाटिया जी अनुराग भदौरिया जी को जवाब
की बात नहीं करती है।
देखिए, ऐसा है कि मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने, जब ये कहा जाता है तो समाजवादी पार्टी याद आ जाती है। ये उत्तर प्रदेश में भी ऐसी ही बातें कर रहे थे। और मुझे बड़ा दुख हुआ जब कमलनाथ ने कहा अखिलेश वखिलेश। और मैं आपको बताता हूं, मैं भी आपको सच कह रहा हूं, मैं गया मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, जब पूछा वहां पे और कौन सी पार्टी है, तो किसी को यह भी नहीं पता था सपा कौन है। हाँ, एक टूटी हुई साइकिल पड़ी थी, टायर फटा हुआ था, हवा थी नहीं, तो एक बच्चा बोला ये वाली ये पार्टी है। सारे एग्जिट पोल आप देख लीजिए नाविका जी, किसी में समाजवादी पार्टी का नाम भी नहीं आया है। और यहां बैठ के बता रहे हैं भाजपा से नफरत करते हैं लोग। अरे नफरत तो उस लीडर से करते हैं जिसने पिता को अपनी कुर्सी से उतार के अध्यक्ष बन गया। और ये मैं नहीं कह रहा, अजय राय कह रहे हैं, घमंडिया में आपके साथी हैं। मैं आपको एक बड़ी बात बताता हूँ नाविका,
नफरत उस पार्टी से लोग कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने देश के साथ झूठ बोला, जिन्होंने महिला समस्या पे महिलाओं के
एक करके। भदौरिया जी, मैं काउंटर का समय दूंगी, आप पूरी बात सुन ले फिर काउंटर कीजिएगा।
जनता उनसे नफरत करती है जहां पे उन्होंने महंगाई कम करने की बात नहीं कर पाए। जनता उनसे नफरत करती है जिन्होंने।
ठीक है, वो तो नंबर बताएंगे। अब आप नंबर भी नहीं देख रहे और फिर भी अपनी थियोरी दे रहे हैं, तो उस पर तो जनता ही बताएगी। लेकिन गौरव भाटिया जी अपनी बात कंप्लीट कीजिए।
Thank you. Navika, the important point that we need to understand, one is the leadership that Modi ji provides. Apart from that, let's come to the two X factors that you've spoken about. One is women. We should keep in mind this is the first assembly election after women have been empowered all across the country by making a constitutional amendment and introducing reservation. In Madhya Pradesh, you go to any district and the women of the state are saying the Ladli Yojana has been a great success and there is a special bonding between Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji and the women of the state. We must also remember in Chhattisgarh, our Sankalp Patra spoke about Mehtari Vandan Yojana, providing 12,000 rupees per annum to every female of the state. What does that mean? It struck a chord and it is resonating with the women voters. Now coming to farmers. Do you know that during the 2018 elections, Navika, you would recall, 10 दिन में कर्जा माफ कर देंगे. राजस्थान में क्या हुआ आपको पता है? 20,000 किसानों के खिलाफ वारंट इशू कर दिया गया है और किसानों का कर्जा माफ भी नहीं किया, चाहे छत्तीसगढ़ हो, मध्य प्रदेश हो या राजस्थान हो. ऑन दी अदर साइड, प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि, the soil cards that have been given, प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना has hugely impacted the farmers of various states all across the country, especially the poll-bound states. That is why they are bound to be with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Coming to the OBC, Narendra Modi ji is a member of the OBC community. The second OBC Prime Minister that India got. Samajwadi Party. Have you ever, what incorrect? Please do not interrupt.
Sir, tell me one thing. As per the
Samajwadi Party,
as per the exit polls, the farmers are with the Congress. On what basis are you saying that the farmers are with the BJP? None of the policies were in favor of the Congress. What was the MSP that you were providing in Madhya Pradesh?
Please do not interrupt.
What was the MSP? Why are you quoting facts which are incorrect?
You are too young to be.
No, forget about who's young, who's old.
Did I interrupt you?
Tell me one thing. Why are you
Did
quoting?
I interrupt you?
Why are you quoting wrong facts?
All right.
Why are you quoting?
Let me come in. 1 minute.
Or this
No,
fellow
on
from
the farmer
Congress party
front,
wants a shouting match here.
on the women front, the BJP has
He's
the
asking-
advantage. On the farmer front, Gaurav Bhatia, loan waivers ho ya jo bhi ho,
Navika, on the
popularity.
farmers front, I am citing an example.
Okay.
Is it not true that the elderly farmers in Rajasthan were promised that they will be getting pension?
Sir, whatever facts you put forth,
Have
at
they- have
least
they got that?
them certified.
That is why
At
I've
least
been
go
on
through the facts.
ground in
You
all
cannot
three
say
states.
anything on
All
national
right,
television.
all right. These are
August
exit
They
polls,
tell-
gentlemen.
but one point-
Exit
I
polls,
will say
gentlemen.
what
Let's
I've
not lose.
experienced on
Let's
ground.
not lose our cool over exit.
I'm not sitting in the studio as a Congress supporter and speaking like you are.
Right now, the whole nation knows what you are talking about.
There is poll of polls. I will take into account all exit polls.
You're not
You have a
looking at
problem
the
with
figures
that?
that are put forth on the screen right now.
Well, but let's
No,
see.
it's okay.
No, if you're
I
going
have a
by,
dynamic
if
leader.
you are going
You have
by
a
the
leader who
figures
can
on the
have your
screen,
dynamic
1 minute,
message.
Lokesh Jindal ji, if you're going by figures on the screen, there is a very
No,
important.
your Pappu leader,
Sir,
he has
listen.
to even mug up a condolence
Please
message.
don't bring
He
the
can't write, he
level
has
of
to keep
politics
from the
to
mobile.
you all people. You were previously a Samajwadi person.
Okay,
and
all
now
right, I'm
you are
coming in
saying
here.
about the
I'm
very
coming in
Samajwadi
here. I don't think personal. No. 1 minute. To both sides, I don't think
You have
personal
no
attacks.
business.
We are deep diving into data. Personal attacks are done every other day. So let's not get into that and get derailed from our debate. I want to ask you, Lokesh Jindal, the Achilles heel in Madhya Pradesh, if the Congress were to lose, has been Akhilesh Yadav. And let me tell you why am I saying that. The Samajwadi Party contested on 69 seats in the Gwalior-Chambal region, 34 seats in this region. If the Congress is projected to win only 13-14 seats out of the 34 seats, 26 seats the Congress had here in 2018, now down to 13-14. This is the place where Samajwadi Party has fielded the maximum candidates. Triangular contest, Samajwadi Party here, BSP here, have they eaten into your votes? And will that be the analysis that comes out of the Akhilesh Vakilesh that happened? And can that damage the Congress party? In 2018, Samajwadi Party also proved fatal for you because Samajwadi Party stood second on 5 seats and third on 4 seats. Congress lost to Samajwadi Party by 3,000 votes in the Maihar seat or in the Vindhya region. Samajwadi Party stood second in Rewa's good seat. In Samajwadi Party stood second in Niwari, Bundelkhand, and Congress slipped to the 4th place. Samajwadi Party contested 52 seats and won 1 seat in the last elections, and this time they've contested about 70 odd seats. I want to ask you, are you undermining the Akhilesh factor?
Navika, there is certainly an element of truth in whatever facts you have presented now. There has been a lot of vote cutting that has happened due to...
Acharya Pramod Krishnam has tweeted about it today.
Yes. There is no denying of the fact. But however, there is no denying of another fact that today it was, in fact, it's only Congress which has the ability, capacity, cadre, and entire, basis on which it could form government in Madhya Pradesh. Better sense would have been if in these elections, these all issues should have been avoided.
Avoided? आप 6 सीट तो दे नहीं सकते समाजवादी पार्टी को, क्यों अनुराग भदौरिया जी? 6 ही तो मांगी थी, 6 दिया नहीं और 70 पर नुकसान हो गया।
देखिए मैंने कांग्रेस को, हम लोगों ने कांग्रेस से बोला था कि आप मुझे 6-7 सीटें दे दीजिए, क्योंकि समाजवादी पार्टी वहां एस्टेब्लिश पार्टी है, लगातार चुनाव लड़ते रही है। पहले 6 विधायक एक बार हमारे रहे भी हैं और कई बार हम 12-12, 13-13 सीटों पे नंबर 2 रहते हैं। ठीक है, उन्होंने हमें सीटें नहीं दी, हमने चुनाव लड़ा, क्योंकि समाजवादी चुनाव लड़ती है, हमेशा से लड़ती आ रही है। हमने 70-71 सीटों पे चुनाव लड़ा और हमारी वहां पे प्रेजेंस है। तो अगर किसी को मेरी वजह से नुकसान हो, फायदा हो, ये तो हमारा आउटलुक नहीं है। हमारा तो जनता का देखना है कि जनता का भला किसमें हो सकता है, जनता कैसे आगे बढ़ सकती है। बीजेपी
पूरा समझ आ गया कि इंडिया अलायंस में क्या चल रहा है और कितना आगे जाने वाले हैं। बट माय फ्रेंड फ्रॉम माय फ्रेंड फ्रॉम द BRS, द भारतीय राष्ट्र समिति, महेश बिगाला इज ऑल्सो हियर। एंड महेश बिगाला, दिस इज द एक्स फैक्टर। समाजवादी Samajwadi Party has seen the X factor working in Madhya Pradesh and how they've been treated by the Congress Party. Is that what is happening now in Telangana after Karnataka as far as the Muslim vote is concerned? Is the Congress Party going to take away Muslim votes from all regional parties? And therefore, what is the possibility of regional parties trying to do business? Because if the Muslim vote goes away, despite the AIMIM as a friendly party with the BRS, are there lessons to be learned for future politics?
Navika,
Navika, it's always Congress party treats Muslims as their voters. Instead of doing something for them, they look at that as a vote bank. But when it comes to the KCR, they're looking at to give the socio-economic benefits to the Muslims and do the secular rule in the form of a secular government. And we have discussed about several polls here about the exit polls and all that. But the Muslims are with the BRS party, and definitely whatever the exit poll says, we are confident that the BRS government will form for the third term, and KCR will be the next CM. People are in Telangana, they are looking at as a stable government and able leadership, which has been proven in the last 10 years, and which they are opting for the progressing government. And I just want to discuss about the exit polls, whatever you put it through in the screen. When it comes to Telangana, maybe probably a few of the media companies, they're projecting as a Congress is leading, or some of them are leading something else. But we have our own internal exit polls where we have a clear victory in at least 70+ seats.
Okay, your personal polls, clear victory, but Smita Prakash,
Chief Minister.
Considering you have the largest network of reporters on the ground, what is it that you're hearing from the ground in Telangana?
I think even the reporters are a bit confused after what the exit polls have shown, and the confidence with which every party is so convinced that they are going to win. So that's a little confusing, the signals which are coming out. But yes, it's very interesting. You see the Muslim population, as the BRS pointed out, they don't see themselves as a single bloc. They don't vote as a single bloc. Now, what has happened? If they vote an anti-BJP candidate. That is for certain, which even the BJP acknowledges. But what happened in Karnataka got the Muslims of Telangana also interested, because there was the strategic winnability factor in Karnataka. So that being seen, so when there is a regional player and that strategic winnability factor, that is what has happened. And probably if the results are what the exit polls are showing, that Muslim vote has got divided between the two, between what they think the Congress, which has the strategic winnability factor, and the traditional leaning towards KCR, which they have done in two earlier elections, where they feel that the socio-economic condition improves by voting for KCR. So that strategic winnability might happen in 2024. It might not happen in 2023 if BRS scores a victory. In Rajasthan, however, that vote has not got divided, because it is a bicameral kind of an election. It goes towards the Congress. But here again, you're talking about the Kisan vote. As per some estimates, about 60% of the voting population in these states have been of the farming population, which includes landowning farming community as well as farm laborers. Farm laborers vote differently as compared to those who own the land. So there also this X factor gets all fragmented.
Okay, very important point being made there. I'm coming to you, Ashutosh, and I want you to see, Ashutosh, the numbers on the screen now. Is the old pension scheme, along with the Muslim vote factor, becoming the trump card for the Congress party? Because if you look at the number of employees, government employees in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, you would see that government employee vote is in favor of the Congress party, whereas the private employed people are in favor of the BJP, and the old pension pension scheme, at least the way we mined our data, is showing statistics of that kind. Government employees in Madhya Pradesh, 53% for the Congress, 39% for the BJP. Chhattisgarh, 56% for the Congress, 29% for the BJP. Do you think this can be a factor along with the women factor? Because in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP has the edge with women, and so does in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. Do you think these two factors have a lot of role to play in which way this election is going to go, Ashutosh? Unmute yourself.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
If I had been Modi and Amit Shah, then Times Now, ETG research, I will take it very seriously, because these are giving some warning signals to the BJP. And why I'm saying so? For the simple reason, on the OPS issue, BJP is certainly losing. On the trust in the Kisan factor, the BJP is certainly losing. But the biggest worry for the BJP is the OBC factor. And I know I'm sounding little unorthodox, but the fact of the matter is, and I go back in UP 2017, according to CSDS Lokniti data, other than Yadav, BJP got 58% vote, which was jumped to 65% in 2022. And mind it, this is the state where the OBC politics has been very, very powerful since 1991. Despite that, if the BJP is getting 65% vote share of OBCs in UP in 2022, and the Congress had never been known to catering to the OBC politics, and that was his reason for the non-existence in the UP and Bihar. Now, what is your data is saying? Your data is saying, and let me just, your data is saying that the Congress is consistently getting more than 35% of the OBC votes, in 38% in Rajasthan, 41% in Chhattisgarh, 41% in Madhya Pradesh. And what is the BJP number? In Rajasthan, this is 47%. In Chhattisgarh, this is 52%. In Madhya Pradesh, this is 54%. So in a state where OBC politics has been non-existent compared to UP and Bihar, BJP is slipping. If the BJP is slipping and the Congress is gaining OBC vote, because Congress has been known since independence, Muslim, Dalit and the Brahmins. And that's one reason that it got disappeared from UP and other places. So if I had been a BJP leadership, holding the BJP leaders, I would have been worried. And that's one reason that Narendra Modi ji is trying to talk that the women, poverty, all this is a caste. He doesn't want the whole debate on the caste itself. After saying so, the BJP has been catering to the OBC factor, and that has been one reason for the big success in UP. Big success in UP, where it got 65% other than Yadav politics. So I'm saying this caste factor is working for the Congress, and if the Congress works hard, because your data is saying Telangana, the Congress is winning, Rajasthan Congress is losing, Madhya Pradesh Congress is winning, Chhattisgarh Congress is winning. Out of 5 states, 3 Congress winning, BJP winning 1, and MNF in Mizoram, BJP and Congress both disappeared.
Well, Gaurav Bhatia wants to respond, and may I, just say that even our pollster said about Madhya Pradesh, it is so close to call, that, sticking your neck out on Madhya Pradesh, even as per our numbers, is very difficult. If you look at the plus minus, 3% vote swing. But Gaurav Bhatia responding.
So Ashutosh ji is a journalist and a political analyst. He's supposed to analyze. There wasn't any political analysis. There was thinking paralysis. And I'll tell you why. He was giving the example of UP to say that BJP is not doing well. Ashutosh ji, I will tell you, election after election, Lok Sabha as well as Vidhan Sabha, even then you were criticizing the BJP. And the results came out in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So your analysis has been very poor all throughout. But I must share some numbers with you that might enlighten you and that might force you to change your view also. 2018 elections, all 5 states were lost by the BJP. And Congress won 3 states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. if I go by the Times Now exit poll, not by other exit polls, in Rajasthan, we got 73 seats. Now, the exit poll says 108 to 128 seats to the BJP. The graph has gone up, majority figure reached. Congress got 100. They're down to 56 to 72. I don't know how it is their victory. Madhya Pradesh, we got 109 seats last time. Even Times Now exit poll says 117 seats to the BJP, which is again above the majority mark. And for the Congress, it says 109 to 125 seats. It's a close fight. Chhattisgarh, we were at 15 seats. Now we are at 32 to 40 range. We have gained. Congress was at 68. Now they are down to 48 to 56 according to the Times Now survey. But if you go to poll of polls, even the other polls are saying BJP is going to win the states. I'm talking about majority of them. Now coming to the more important point, Navika. 2024 elections, let's not forget, when 2018 we lost all 5 states, in Rajasthan, just 6 months after the assembly elections, we got 25 out of 25 Lok Sabha seats. Madhya Pradesh 27 out of 29. Chhattisgarh 10 out of 13. This time we are faring better from 2018. So the impact would be larger. On the other side, Ghamandia is, falling down with its own contradictions. So this is a very indicative exit poll where people are identifying, even from the OBC community, with the women power, with the youth power, with the poor being empowered and the farmers being empowered. These people promised them a survey. We have given them empowerment, and that is what Narendra Modi ji's guarantee is all about.
Okay, let me do a quick call across the board. I'm coming to you, Ashutosh. Let's start from here. Jaimrukh, let's look at the overall picture. An overall picture from looking at all the polls, and every poll, bases its analysis on. You're a psephologist, you know that better than anybody else. How are you looking at this picture? Madhya Pradesh, if the BJP is in the game after 19 years of rule, is this really a downward trend? They're in the game. Some polls are giving them a clean sweep of Madhya Pradesh. Rajasthan, BJP seems to be winning. Most of the polls saying that. Chhattisgarh, at least 3 polls are saying that they are in the 40-41 range, which means nobody is putting it past the BJP to try and stitch together a government there. Is this, in toto, advantage BJP or advantage Congress?
I would say that it's advantage BJP, irrespective of the outcome. One is, in political parlance, you have a term called natural party of governance, which means the party has more or less stabilized its base in a particular state and has a repeatability of its fortunes. Now, whether the BJP is 105 or 125, 20 seats, fine. I know it's across the halfway mark, but the fact is 105, 125, it has become like a natural party of governance in Madhya Pradesh. That's point number 1. Point number 2, it's shown a great resilience. If you look at the polls of Chhattisgarh also, it's like the BJP starting point is about some 15 assembly seats, 20, right? And now it's coming close to the halfway mark, right? Rajasthan, we are saying that it may be ahead of the Congress by at least 2.5 percentage point votes, while losing the last election only by 0.5 percentage point vote. So in a way, the BJP. So
you're saying it's advantage BJP
for the long run, absolutely.
Tushar Gupta.
Before the results came out, the vote shares have come out in the exit polls. 5 seats here and there. What the BJP would be happy about the most? The vote share is intact. In Chhattisgarh, it's going up compared to what it was 3 months ago. In Madhya Pradesh, it's gone up compared to what it was supposed to be 3 months ago. In Rajasthan, they're looking good. They're looking at the vote share and saying, hey, look, we lost 3 states in 2018. We made a big bang comeback in 2019. Today, we are in the position to win at least 2 out of those 3 states. Our vote share is intact. The alliance on the opposite side is falling apart. Samajwadi Party cannot be given 6 seats, so they wreck the Congress prospects in 70 seats. What do we have to lose from here?
Lokesh Jindal, advantage Congress, aage.
Yes, certainly. See, if you look at Rajasthan, there is a political pattern that Rajasthan follows due to its own fundamental nature of politics. And Rajasthan election this time was an election against the Hindutva card versus the Gehlot's governance. And I'm very sure that the contest is going to be very, very tight, and there could be a surprise.
Well,
same shall go to Madhya Pradesh, and it's a warning sign for the BJP. As Mr. Ashutosh said, it is slowly the OBC vote bank of BJP is withering away, and BJP needs to be cautious.
All right. Gaurav Bhatia, advantage BJP. Should we rest our case there?
Yes, I would like to just summarize by saying kahan pade ho chakkar mein, koi nahi hai takkar mein. And when one of the panelists supporting the Congress talks about a political trend, political pattern in Rajasthan, तो अर्ज किया है आदमी वो नहीं जो हवा के साथ चल दे, आदमी वो है जो हवा का रुख बदल दे, like we did in Uttarakhand. There was a similar pattern and we were victorious there, and that is what BJP is defined with.
Well,
thank you.
Anurag Bhadoria, advantage Congress, BJP या advantage जो टंगड़ी मारकर कांग्रेस को आप गिराने की कोशिश कर दी मध्य प्रदेश में, इसलिए एडवांटेज समाजवादी?
देखिए, एडवांटेज जनता को है, जनता को भारतीय जनता पार्टी को हटाना है, जनता हटा रही है। जनता चाहती है उसके डेवलपमेंट की सरकार हो, उसकी बात करे, उसकी समस्या की बात करें। और जो बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता कह रहे हैं, कभी हमेशा कहने की आदत है साइकिल टूटी है, भाई उसी साइकिल से चढ़ के तो आप दिल्ली तक पहुंचे, कल आप सरकार दूसरी आ जाएगी तो बीजेपी को छोड़ दोगे तो कहोगे फूल मुरझा गया है। तो ये जो आदत होती है किसी के साथ चलना, फिर उसकी बुराई करना, ये ठीक नहीं है। ये संस्कार भी ठीक नहीं है, संस्कृति भी ठीक नहीं है। ठीक है, पार्टी बदलते रहते हैं लोग, अपनी मतलब से लोग जाते रहते हैं दूसरे दलों में, जाना ठीक है, जाइए, लेकिन दूसरे दलों को आप नीचा दिखाने की कोशिश जब करते हैं तो आपके दल के लोग भी बैठे देखते हैं कि जब आप मुझे गाली दे सकते हो तो कल उनको भी गाली दोगे, परसों उनको भी दोगे। इसलिए किसी के भी नहीं हो, सीधी सी बात है, आज किसी के भी नहीं हो।
स्मिता प्रकाश, ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज की नोकझोंक कभी खत्म नहीं होगी। सो लेट मी आस्क यू, एडवांटेज बीजेपी, एडवांटेज कांग्रेस और एडवांटेज रीजनल पार्टीज?
See, it's advantage BJP if the BJP manages to form government in 3 states. It's a consolation prize BJP if they manage to form government in 2 states. If they do form a government in just 1 state, then the next 4 months is going to see intense activity in the BJP with all hands on deck to win 2024. If the BJP doesn't secure even a single state out of 5, that means 2024 will see India Alliance really reorganizing themselves and smelling a sense that they could form a government in Delhi by 2024.
Ashutosh ji.
See, I will not predict unless the results are out.
You have to play the game with the current existing rules, and I've set the rules. आपको बोलना है एडवांटेज बीजेपी या एडवांटेज कांग्रेस, आप डिसाइड कर लीजिए। आपके लिए अलग गेम और अलग रूल थोड़ी होगा, इसी में क्रिकेट खेलना है, यही पिच है।
मैं तो टाइम्स नाउ के रूल से खेल रहा हूँ ना, टाइम्स नाउ ने जो सर्वे दिया
इसी पिच पे
कर रहा हूँ। आई एम अ लॉयल टाइम्स नाउ पॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट आउट ऑफ
touche.
Yeah. And the game which has been played by my dear friend Mr. Bhatia is very simple. The student has failed in 4 subjects out of 5, and he's saying I have won. I have done very well. According to the Times Now survey, that Telangana BJP is nowhere. MP they are losing. Rajasthan they are winning. In Chhattisgarh they are winning. The Congress is winning, and in Mizoram they are nowhere. And my dear friend Gaurav is saying last time out of 3 out of 10, I got 2% to vote, 2 marks. This time I got 3. So I have improved and I am doing very well. This is what the Congress was doing since 2003.
Well, जब आप ये सब कह रहे हैं आशुतोष जी, I hope you remember circa 2018, BJP lost all of these और 2019 में much to your, what should I say, much to your surprise, जो हुआ वो सबने देखा, लेकिन there are some more X factors, and that X factor is what could turn everything on its head. It is apart from women, it is also the rebels. Rebels In Chhattisgarh, 2 rebels left the BJP. They seem to be trailing. 3 rebels left the Congress party. So Chhattisgarh में कुछ खास नहीं है. In Rajasthan, 6 rebels left the BJP. 3 are leading. 3 are in very close contest. Don't forget this. If it's a close call, then these rebels can change the picture. In Rajasthan, 4 rebels left the Congress party. उनके 3 trail कर रहे हैं. एक close contest में है. That's what our poll says. In Madhya Pradesh, 5 rebels left the Congress. All 5 are trailing. In BJP, 3 rebels left the BJP and all 3 are trailing. So is there a story that is happening? Let's also look at the big faces. In Frey VIP seats, what's happening? Shivraj Singh Chauhan, BJP, contesting from Budni, leading. Kamal Nath, Congress, Chindwara, leading. Kailash Vijayvargiya of the BJP in Indore, leading. Narendra Singh Tomar, fighting from Dimani, leading. Fagan Singh Kulhaste, fighting from Nivas, trailing. That's what our poll says. Prahlad Singh Patel from Narsinghpur, leading. Narottam Mishra, BJP, in a neck-and-neck tie. Can there be an upset here? Jeetu Patwari of the Congress, leading. That is the Madhya Pradesh VVIP situation. Let's look at Rajasthan. Vasundhara Raje from Jhalawar Patan, leading. Ashok Gehlot from Sardarpura, leading. Sachin Pilot from Cong, leading. Baba Balaknath of the BJP, also name coming up as one of the people who can be the CM candidates, trailing. CP Joshi Nathdwara projection of trailing. Shanti Dhariwal of the Congress party, Kota North, neck and neck. But going across to Baba Balaknath, who's just joining us. Some exit polls are showing the BJP winning. BJP की victory दिखा रहे हैं कुछ exit polls राजस्थान में. और कुछ दिखा रहे हैं कि BJP शायद हार जाएगी. आपको क्या लग रहा है राजस्थान में क्या होने वाला है?
हमारे जहन में क्या, हमारे बिल्कुल पूरा एक तरह से 100% है और बीजेपी ही सरकार बनाएगी और मैं मानता हूं कि 120 से 25 के मध्य में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सीटें आएंगी।
आपके मुख्यमंत्री बनने के चांसेस कितने हैं? आपका नाम बहुत चल रहा है।
देखिए, मैं कोई दावेदार नहीं हूं और आज राजस्थान और पूरे देश की जनता माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी पर विश्वास करती है और उनको एक तरह से उनका जो आज कद और उनका जो सम्मान पूरे देश और दुनिया में बढ़ा है, ये सब विषय आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जिस तरह से तय करेंगे और हम तो एक कार्यकर्ता हैं और हमें तो सौभाग्य है कि हमें सेवा करने का पार्टी ने अवसर दिया है और एक संत जीवन के अंदर भी हमें समाज की सेवा करने का अवसर मिला है। हम केवल अपना ध्यान अपनी सेवा पर रखते हैं, अपने कर्म पर रखते हैं और बाकी सब विषय हमारी पार्टी और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी तय करेंगे और जैसा उनका आदेश रहेगा हम जो भी हमारे सीएम रहेंगे उनके मार्गदर्शन में काम करेंगे।
कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कास्ट कार्ड बहुत खेला है, कास्ट सेंसस की बात कही है। ये ओबीसी वोट क्या बीजेपी के पास रहेगा या टूटेगा? आपका क्या आकलन है?
देखिए, आज जाति पाति की बात नहीं है, ना धर्म की बात है। आज पूरा देश एकजुट माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में देश को आगे विकसित करना चाहता है और अच्छी शासन व्यवस्था हो, ट्रांसपेरेंसी शासन व्यवस्था हो, इन सब विषयों को लेकर आज देश के लोग हमारी पार्टी से जुड़े हैं, हमारी पार्टी की विचारधारा से जुड़े हैं और हर तबके का सम्मान हो और हर तबके का विकास हो, यही हमारी पार्टी का विजन है। और जैसा कि हमारा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने शुरुआत में ही 2014 में सबका साथ और सबका विकास और सबका प्रयास, इसी विश्वास पे हमारी पार्टी चली है और आगे भी निरंतर इसी कार्य पर चलती रहेगी।
बाबा बालकनाथ जी, हमसे बात करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। एंड दैट्स द वे इट्स स्टैक्ड अप। छत्तीसगढ़, ऑल द 3 बिग फेसेस, रमन सिंह, भूपेश बघेल एंड टीएस सिंहदेव, all seem to be winning. That's the projection. And which X factor is going to turn and which X factor is going to work for which party? Can there be still a change in the last minute? All those questions continue to be in the fray right now because it's never done till it is done, till the last vote is counted. So continue to follow us. We'll keep our 100 hours of programming promise with you. Of course, 3rd of December is our date with you because this is the Election News headquarters. But every single data point analyzed and every possibility discussed. That's what we're going to do on Times Now over the next 2 days. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen on the panel, and thank you, viewers, for joining me on this very special edition of the Newshour tonight. Good night and be safe.
You were watching the Newshour at 9. Stay tuned.
Co-presented by RPC.